Hello YouTube, Bushcraft412 here, and I want to give you a quick rundown on my venison chili. Let's start out with the basic ingredients of this chili, and we'll move on from there. What I'm using today is I do have about 3/4 of a pound of venison that I chopped up into really small, kind of fingernail sized pieces. I have about 1/2 pound of ground pork and about 1/2 pound of 80% ground beef. As normal, brown that up, add in your chili seasonings and whatnot you're going to do, and mix all the ingredients together, put it in a crock pot, let it sit like 8-10 hours. And as you can see, this is a pretty busy looking chili, so I'm going to go over a few of the ingredients I put in this bad boy. First of all, you can see there's a lot of beans in there. I used 15 bean soup. You can buy it in most stores near where they keep rice and the dehydrated beans. They're like $1. I basically soaked the bag, simmered them for like an hour, just to soften up the beans, and threw them in. I also added, I think, a can of red kidney beans, one little small can of them. And for the main sauce, I use 1 can of crushed tomatoes, 1 can of diced, and I believe I also put in a really small can of fire roasted tomatoes in there too. They're like whole tomatoes that are roasted up, real good. But I typically always stick to crushed and diced. I don't like adding tomato paste. I think I like a thicker chili, so I stick with the diced and the crushed. You can get the pre-mixed chili packets, but you don't need to buy them though. As you can see from the ingredients here, these are pretty much, well, that's not going to focus for me, but these are pretty much just chili powder and ground cumin. You can make your own. I also add things like crushed red pepper, garlic powder, and of course, black pepper. Now, let's talk about where you get the heat from. Peppers. These are my leftovers. What I have in here are some habaneros, very hot. Some chipoltes, which give it a good smoky flavor. Really enjoy them. And there's also some poblano in here, which is probably the most, I think maybe 1 habanero, 1 chipotle, and maybe 2 or 3 poblanos. Makes for a really hot chili. It will melt your face straight off. If you can't find the actual chipoltes, you can find the canned ones in the usually the aisle of Mexican foods like tacos and things like that. They don't taste as good, but it's an option. I think I already showed you normal red kidney beans. I also add Frank's Red Hot. This doesn't give it too much heat considering you're putting habaneros in, but I like the flavor, so I do add it. A little Worcester to tone things down. A little hickory smoked barbecue sauce. I add about maybe 1/2 cup of this. This helps give it a nice barbecue flavor and tones it down a little bit. The peppers can be a little overwhelming. And this here, I just add a drop or 2. This is Black Widow hot pepper extract. I make this to make it really melt your face off, you know. And then I also add a lot of sweet peppers. These small little sweet peppers. The packages are like $2. I add a lot of them. And aside from that, I don't have to show you because I used them all. I do put a couple cloves of garlic. I think 2 whole onions in here, as well as I had some leftover garlic chives from a neighbor's garden that I put in here as well. You mix everything together, leave it in the crock pot for a couple hours, and this is going to be one hot, spicy, unbelievable venison chili.